forward. The whispering call from the land of awakening. Imagine just for this moment that the rustling leaves and silent roots around us are not merely passive witnesses to our lives, but active, powerful allies in our quest for true prosperity. A wisdom our hurried modern lives have inadvertently obscured. What if Earth's lush green tapestry holds the secrets to unlocking a flow of abundance, an ancient language of prosperity, whispering to those ready to listen? This is no mere fairy tale nor a fleeting fancy of superstition. This is an echo of profound age-old wisdom, a deep resonance between the vibrant energies of the plant kingdom and the subtle currents of human consciousness and our sacred spaces. Across civilizations, from secluded mountaintop monasteries to the secret gardens of sages, certain sacred plants have always been revered for their unique ability to invite abundance and blessings into life. Sense this. Certain botanical emissaries, by their very existence, vibrate with the frequency of prosperity, weaving an atmosphere where abundance is not hunted, but invited, where it flows with the grace of a natural spring. When consciously invited into our lives, nurtured intentionally, placed cherished, these living magnets of fortune can gently yet profoundly reshape your financial energy field. In these pages, you are invited on a sacred journey to rediscover 20 of these revered botanical allies and learn the precise, almost alchemical methods to awaken their innate gifts for attracting the golden river of wealth. These timeless nature-harmonized practices have served as beacons for countless souls, guiding them towards enhanced financial well-being, often witnessing serendipitous shifts and unexpected pathways to prosperity opening up within mere weeks of welcoming these botanical guardians into their homes and workspaces. This sacred dance between flora and fortune is not a mystical coincidence, but a tangible, living truth awaiting your embrace. The earth, in its infinite generosity, has always offered us keys. Among them are these sentient green beings uniquely attuned to help wealth joyfully find its way to you, awakening a prosperity that resonates from the very core of your soul. Are you ready to listen to those ancient whispers, ready to open your heart to the unexpected assistance from nature's quietest companions? The journey to unlock the hidden potential within you and the world around you begins here. Chapter 1, Basil and Mint. The silent symphony of abundant flow. In a quiet little corner, Sarah sat silently by her window, looking out at the small garden she diligently tended. A freelance artist, her heart was full of dreams, but her wallet was often empty. Piled up bills, unfinished projects, and an invisible anxiety about the future sometimes felt like a gray cloud obscuring her creative inspiration. Sarah remembered her grandmother, an Italian woman with a warm smile and an herb garden behind her house that always smelled divine. Grandma often spoke of the spirit of plants, of how they whispered the universe's secrets to those who knew how to listen. One weekend afternoon, wandering through a local farmer's market, Sarah's gaze accidentally fell upon a small herb stall. Amidst a sea of green, 2 small pots captivated her strangely, one of basil with its deep green velvety leaves, and one of mint, its tender sprigs reaching out, exuding a cool, refreshing aroma. She recalled her grandmother's words, "Basil is the king that brings good fortune, and mint is the messenger of spreading joy, my dear." A gentle nudge from within Sarah decided to bring them home. She placed the 2 small pots on her kitchen windowsill where they could catch the rare Portland morning sun. Every morning, while brewing her first cup of tea, she would pause, gently touch the leaves, inhale their fragrance, and whisper her simple wishes for abundance. The miracle didn't happen instantly like magic, but gradually Sarah felt a subtle shift. The kitchen space seemed airier, her mind less cluttered. And then an email arrived, an invitation to collaborate on an art project she had always dreamed of, with a fee sufficient to cover her expenses for the coming months. Was it a coincidence, or had the whispers of basil and mint truly touched the invisible currents of the universe? in the mystical garden of energies that nurture prosperity. Basil and mint have long been regarded as legendary twin silent companions on the journey to creating an abundant life. They are not merely spices in your New York kitchen or a corner of your California garden. They are living symbols, talismans carrying messages of sufficiency and the ceaseless flow of opportunity. For generations, through word-of-mouth tales from east to west, people have believed that the aroma and vibrant life force of this pair hold the key to inviting financial success and maintaining lasting stability. Basil, the royal attractor of wealth. Basil, often hailed as the king of herbs, in many cultures carries a powerful, almost palpable money-drawing energy. Imagine its lush, vibrant green leaves as tiny magnets silently drawing financial opportunities towards you. The distinctive aroma of basil, at once warm, pungent, and with a touch of clean spice, is believed to cleanse spaces, creating an invitation zone, an area where prosperity feels welcomed and naturally finds its way. Ancient wisdom often advised placing a pot of basil near the entrance of a home or on the desk where you make important decisions, as if stationing a silent guardian for your prosperity. It ceases to be a mere plant. It becomes a symbol of growth and attraction. The philosophy behind cultivating basil is also meaningful. It loves the sun's warmth and needs well-drained soil, much like we need to build a solid foundation and an open attitude to welcome wealth. Each time you prune a few sprigs for use, imagine you are encouraging new growth, a subtle ritual symbolizing the continuous multiplication of good things in your life. Mint, the messenger of spreading abundance. If basil is the majestic king that attracts, then mint is the messenger of relentless spread and expansion. With its astonishing ability to proliferate, sending out strong runners to claim space, mint becomes a vivid representation of the limitless growth of assets and joy. The vigorous way it spreads, sometimes even a bit invasively, mirrors a deep desire within each of us to see our efforts bear fruit, to see our prosperity endlessly multiply. The fresh, invigorating aroma of mint awakening all senses is like a clean breeze blowing through the mind, helping you become clearer and more perceptive to identify financial opportunities that are sometimes well hidden. Like its companion basil, mint is easy to grow and care for, but its very spreading nature teaches us an important lesson about the flow of money. Sometimes abundance comes from many sources spreading in unexpected ways, and what's crucial is that we learn to manage and direct that flow wisely. Remember Mark's story. He had struggled with writer's block for months. His career seemed frozen, and the feeling of stagnation almost made him want to give up. His wife, Clara, an avid gardener, brought home a few pots of mint and placed them in Mark's study, hoping the fresh scent would help him relax. Initially, Mark was skeptical, even a little annoyed by the plant's invasion of his space. But gradually, whenever he felt stuck, he would unconsciously reach out to touch the mint leaves, inhaling their fragrance. He began to feel a change. The tension seemed to ease. And then one morning, while sipping mint tea, new ideas began to flow. Words that seemed long dormant awakened. His long-delayed book was finally completed and warmly received. Mark realized that sometimes breakthroughs don't come from trying to control, but from letting go, allowing fresh energies like the scent of mint to seep in and clear internal blockages. He had learned to let creativity and opportunities spread naturally, unlocking the synergistic power of the prosperity twins. It is believed that the energy of basil and mint is amplified to a new level when they are present together, transforming everyday actions into profoundly meaningful spiritual practices. The wallet's whisper. Try placing a few fresh basil leaves, washed and dried, in a small corner of your wallet. This act is believed to be like sending a silent invitation to the energy of money, so it always feels welcomed in your personal financial space. Energizing workspace. A small, lovely pot of mint on your desk or near where you often make financial decisions does more than just provide a pleasant aroma. Its spreading energy is thought to spark creative ideas, helping you see unexpected solutions to monetary problems. Prosperity Tea Ritual. Try brewing a pot of tea combining the flavors of both these herbs. As you slowly savor the warm cup, take a few moments to visualize the financial goals you are working towards. Let the delicate steam carrying the fragrance of basil and mint be like an invisible messenger transporting your good intentions into the vast universe. Simultaneously, the natural essences of the herbs will help clear your mind, making you sharper for wise decision-making. A wonderful thing about both basil and mint is that they can thrive indoors on a city apartment windowsill or in an outdoor suburban garden. This makes them easily accessible tools for attracting wealth, regardless of your living conditions. In your small kitchen garden, try planting them near each other, but in separate pots. This, according to ancient belief, not only helps harness their synergistic energy, but also serves as a lesson in balance, keeping mint's powerful spreading energy from overwhelming its regal companion's steady attraction. When you water them, do so with an intention of nurturing. Whisper your prayers, your wishes for abundance, as if you are cultivating your own inner garden of prosperity. The care and attention you give these plants will unconsciously reflect the dedication and perseverance needed to create and maintain sustainable wealth. The hidden magic in every meal. Bringing these herbal friends into your kitchen, into the meals you prepare daily, opens up an even deeper layer of energy in your journey of inviting abundance. Every time you add basil to your pasta or a few mint leaves to your iced tea, do it with clear intent. Feel that you are not just adding seasoning, but also sowing seeds of prosperity into your very life. The rich, somewhat assertive flavor of basil acts like an affirmation, helping us gain confidence in our ability to manage and grow our assets. Meanwhile, the cool, refreshing taste of mint encourages new beginnings, breakthrough ideas, and the flexibility needed to face the ups and downs of financial flow, creating a positive energy environment. These prosperity twins also possess another wonderful ability. They help purify and create a positive energy environment, an atmosphere where the growth of wealth feels nurtured. Their pleasant, relaxing aroma can soothe the constant stress and anxiety often associated with money, negative emotions that are major obstacles on the path to sufficiency. When your mind is calm and clear, you will more easily make wise financial decisions. Try placing small vases with a few fresh sprigs of basil and mint around your home or office, especially in areas where you frequently work with money or plan for the future. They will silently do their work like invisible guardians, uplifting your spirits and keeping your space filled with positive energy. The power of intention. You are the one who breathes soul into it. When you work with basil and mint or any other symbol of prosperity, always remember one core principle. Their energy resonates with and is amplified by your own intention and belief. They are not passive lucky charms, but catalysts, companions. Your regular interaction with these herbal friends, touching the leaves, inhaling their scent, caring for them with genuine appreciation, will strengthen your connection to a deeper consciousness of prosperity, an understanding that this universe is inherently generous. Just as these herbs will thrive more vigorously with your attention, your financial potential will also grow continuously through consistent focus and positive actions, no matter how small. These fragrant allies do more than just bring money to your doorstep. They help you cultivate a mindset of abundance from within, a state of mind that believes you are worthy of sufficiency. The presence of basil and mint is a gentle reminder that prosperity is a natural state of the universe, and growth is a continuous, unceasing process, just like the way young leaves always reach for the sun each day. By inviting basil and mint into your daily life, you are creating a living connection, an energetic bridge to the infinite flow of wealth and abundance. Let this pair of prosperity twins become your trusted partners, cultivating with you a life not only rich in material possessions, but also abundant in spirit, a life where you always feel a sense of sufficiency and gratitude. Chapter 2: Cinnamon and Nutmeg, the warm melody of sustainable abundance. In a cozy little kitchen nestled on an ancient cobblestone street in a charming town, Eleanor, a woman with silver hair and kind eyes, was carefully opening an old wooden box. Inside, the rich aromas of cinnamon and nutmeg mingled, awakening a whole realm of memories. Her granddaughter Chloe, a young designer who had just started her own business, sat opposite, a thoughtful expression on her face. Her business had hit some initial hurdles, and the fire of her enthusiasm seemed to be dimming. Eleanor smiled, taking out a dark brown cinnamon stick and a perfectly round nutmeg. "These," she said, her voice warm and low, "are more than just spices, my dear. They were our ancestors' companions through many ups and downs, carrying the whisper of prosperity." She told Chloe ancient stories of brave merchants crossing stormy oceans and burning deserts, just to bring back these precious spices, sometimes traded for their weight in gold. Their value lay not only in their captivating flavors, but also in the deep-rooted belief that cinnamon and nutmeg held an invisible power, an energy that could attract luck, cultivate wealth, and protect success. Chloe listened, and for the first time in weeks, she felt a warm ray of hope creep into her heart, much like the aroma of the ancient spices dispelling the fog of doubt. The rich history of cinnamon and nutmeg spans thousands of years, when these golden dusts of the East were prized more than precious metals. They are not just familiar names in the spice cabinet. They are witnesses to time, carrying within them the echoes of great journeys and a fervent belief in the hidden power of nature. Many wise cultures around the world recognize that behind their warm aroma and distinctively gentle spice lay a promise of abundance, a key to opening the door to the flow of success and prosperity. Cinnamon, the warm flame that ignites the flow of wealth. Cinnamon, with its sweet, pungent nature and radiating warmth, has long been considered a powerful catalyst for the energy of abundance. Imagine the energy of cinnamon as a warm flame capable of heating up and propelling the flow of money into your life. In many spiritual traditions spanning various lands, from ancient heritage homes to vast estates, it's believed that sprinkling a little cinnamon powder before the threshold of a home, or placing a few cinnamon sticks in a wealth corner, often a place of honor in the home or office, creates an invitation for positive energy, attracting opportunities and financial luck. Cinnamon bark contains precious essential oils whose diffusing aroma can uplift spirits, increase positive vibrations, and create an atmosphere where prosperity feels welcomed and easily thrives. Not a few business owners in bustling cities still maintain the habit of placing a cinnamon stick in their cash register, or discreetly sprinkling a small amount of cinnamon powder near their shop entrance, with the belief that this act will encourage sales growth and attract potential customers. Nutmeg, the seed of stability and sustainable growth. While cinnamon is known for its ability to create movement and activate flow, nutmeg brings a different yet perfectly complementary energy, the stability and growth of existing wealth. It's like a wise steward helping you preserve and multiply what you've already built. The whole nutmeg seed, with its round, full shape, symbolizes the seed of infinite potential. Just as a tiny seed can grow into a mighty, steadfast tree, a wise investment or a nurtured creative idea can flourish into a great fortune. Throughout history, many merchants, intrepid explorers on trade routes, or traders on ocean-crossing voyages carried a whole nutmeg in their money pouch. This was not just a habit, but a talisman, a symbol of belief in enduring success and foresight in business decisions. Listen to the story of Isabella, a ceramic artist. She had talent and passion, but her beautiful creations struggled to find worthy buyers. Her small shop was tucked away in an alley, and cash flow always seemed tight. One day, while reading an old book on herbs and folklore, she was drawn to the stories of cinnamon and nutmeg. She felt an inner urge. Isabella decided to try. She began by burning a little cinnamon powder in a small censer each morning, letting the warm aroma fill her shop. She also placed a lovely nutmeg in her petty cash box. She didn't expect a miracle, but she performed these small acts with sincere belief and reverence. Gradually, Isabella noticed a change. The atmosphere in the shop seemed more inviting. Customers began to find their way to her, and they didn't just look. They truly bought, appreciating her creations. Sales increased not suddenly, but steadily and sustainably. Isabella understood that cinnamon had helped unblock the flow, while nutmeg had helped retain and grow what she was building. She had found her own rhythm in the symphony of prosperity. Awakening prosperity energy. Simple practices inviting the energy of cinnamon and nutmeg into your life doesn't require complex rituals. Sometimes it's the small actions performed with clear intention that bring surprising results, an inspiring start to the day. Add a pinch of cinnamon powder to your morning coffee in a bustling city, or to a warm herbal tea amidst a peaceful mountain scene. As you enjoy it, take a moment to visualize the financial successes you desire, feeling the warmth and energy of cinnamon spreading, empowering your intention. The lucky sachet. Create your own prosperity sachet. Take a small piece of green fabric, the color of growth and money, and place inside it one whole nutmeg and a small cinnamon stick. Tie the mouth of the sachet with a yellow ribbon, the color of wealth and success. Keep this sachet in your workspace, near your wallet, or where you store important financial documents. Spice powder for business success. If you're a business owner, try creating a prosperity powder by grinding equal amounts of cinnamon and nutmeg together. You can discreetly sprinkle a little of this powder around your workspace or add it to a candle before burning. Be careful with fire. Some shop owners also believe that adding a bit of this spice blend to the mopping water when cleaning the store helps attract customers and boost shopping energy. New moon opening ritual. On the morning of the new moon, an ideal time to start new ventures. Find a quiet space. Light a yellow or green candle and place it on a small dish. Arrange 3 cinnamon sticks in a triangle around the candle, symbolizing the convergence of energy. Then place a whole nutmeg in the center of the triangle. As the candle burns close, your eyes breathe deeply and visualize your financial goals gradually becoming reality. Feel the warmth of cinnamon and the steadfastness of nutmeg resonating, creating a powerful energy field to support your wishes. The culinary art of nurturing abundance. Don't forget that cinnamon and nutmeg are not just spiritual tools. They are also wonderful ingredients that enrich your culinary world. Using them regularly in your dishes, from the fragrant baked apple pies, so beloved every autumn, to warm eggnog shared during festive seasons, will invisibly add another layer of prosperity practice to your daily life. When you season your food with these spices, do so with an intention of abundance, gratitude, and appreciation for what you have. Ancient power in the modern world. Today, cinnamon and nutmeg are no longer hard-to-find luxury items. They are present in every supermarket, from large chains to small spice shops. This accessibility doesn't diminish their latent power. On the contrary, it allows us to more easily invite their wealth-attracting properties into modern life. Whether you're launching a new business venture in an innovation hub, seeking a promotion in a city of skyscrapers, or simply wishing to improve your personal finances for a more comfortable life in a quiet little town, working with the energy of cinnamon and nutmeg can help you create an internal and external environment where prosperity can flow naturally and harmoniously. to keep their energy potent store whole cinnamon sticks and nutmeg seeds in airtight glass jars in a dry place away from direct sunlight. It's believed that they should be replaced every 6 months to a year to ensure their energetic properties are always at their best. And most importantly, when you interact with these gifts from nature, always approach them with respect, gratitude, and an open heart, acknowledging their long history and profound meaning as valuable companions on the journey to creating abundance and success. Chapter 3. The Whispers of Jade and Money Tree, Messengers Bringing Prosperity into Life. In the infinite dance of universal energy, there are times when the most ordinary objects carry the most profound messages, silent reminders of the boundless potential awaiting our discovery. Sometimes an unexpected gift, a seemingly meaningless coincidence, is precisely the key that unlocks the door to understanding and transformation. Sarah, a freelance graphic artist, had often felt like she was swimming against the current in an uncertain ocean. Work was inconsistent, bills arrived with relentless regularity, and her creative passion seemed to be gradually overshadowed by a cloud of anxiety. She worked hard, very hard, but the feeling of abundance remained elusive. One gray afternoon, after a difficult call with a client, she received a small package from her aunt. Inside was a small jade plant, its round, succulent leaves glistening like green gemstones. Enclosed was a handwritten note. "I hope this brings you a little luck and peace, my dear Sarah." Initially, Sarah simply placed the plant on her windowsill, occasionally watering it mechanically. She didn't truly believe in the magic of Feng Shui items, but then during a rare moment of stillness, as the afternoon sun slanted through the jade leaves, she felt a strange urge. She remembered her aunt's words and began to research the meaning of this plant. She discovered that its coin-shaped leaves had long been seen as symbols of wealth and financial growth. Its sturdy trunk symbolized a solid economic foundation, while its upward-reaching branches represented ever-expanding prosperity. A small shift began within Sarah. She decided to place the jade plant in the southeast corner of her small studio apartment, the wealth corner according to her readings. Every morning, instead of rushing to her computer, she spent a few minutes gazing at the plant, gently wiping its leaves and whispering words of gratitude and her aspirations for a more abundant life. She no longer saw just a plant, but a companion, a living symbol of her goals. The miracle didn't happen instantly like a magic spell, but gradually Sarah noticed a change in her own energy. She felt more optimistic, more confident when sending out proposals, and new opportunities began to find their way to her more naturally. When a new young leaf sprouted from the jade plant, Sarah smiled, sensing it as a sign that the flow of prosperity was truly finding its way into her life. It wasn't superstition, but a resonance, a delicate dance between belief, care, and universal energy. The story of Michael, a young entrepreneur, carries a different nuance, but shares the same immutable law. Michael was always full of ambition and ideas, but his small tech company seemed stuck in a bottleneck phase. He worked day and night, controlling every minute detail, but growth was slow and the pressure mounted daily. One day, while buying office supplies, he was drawn to a money tree, Pachira aquatica, with its uniquely braided trunk and broad hand-like leaves. He bought it simply because he found it beautiful and thought it would make the office look more professional, without much thought to its deeper meaning. The money tree was placed in a corner of the office, and much like Sarah initially, Michael paid it little attention. He was too busy with numbers, strategies, and stressful meetings. Then a small incident occurred. The server system crashed, forcing Michael to halt all operations for several days. In that unwilling stillness, free from the usual hustle, his gaze unintentionally fell upon the money tree. He noticed its leaves were arranged in clusters of 5, symbolizing the 5 elements of Feng Shui: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal, a harmonious balance necessary to attract the flow of wealth. The tightly braided trunk served as a reminder of how money could be woven into life, creating a solid foundation for long-term prosperity. Michael suddenly realized something. He had been trying to control everything, trying to force success, instead of creating an environment for it to flourish naturally. Just as the money tree needed a balance of light and water to thrive, his business needed a balance between effort and trust, between action and allowing the natural flow to operate. He began to let go of excessive control, empowering his team more and focused on nurturing a positive work culture. As he cared for the money tree in his office, gently wiping its leaves as a symbolic act of tending to his finances, he was also learning to care for the ecosystem of his business. And then new contracts began to appear. Creative ideas blossomed from his team, and his company gradually regained its growth momentum more gently and sustainably. Both the jade plant and the money tree are more than mere decorations. They are living symbols, constant reminders of the growth and financial potential that always exists around and within us. When you bring one of these green friends into your living or working space, you're not just adding an aesthetic element. You are inviting an energy, a concept. Consider the thick, oval-shaped leaves of the jade plant Crassula ovata. They resemble small coins or precious jade stones, a visual representation of wealth. When properly cared for, a jade plant can live for many years, growing into a sturdy little tree, symbolizing the stable growth of wealth over time. Placing it in the southeast corner of your home or office, traditionally associated with wealth and abundance, is a way to activate this energy flow. It doesn't demand much, just sufficient indirect light and a little water. Much like smart financial management, doesn't need to be overly complex but requires consistency. And when you see a new leaf or a tiny flower bloom, welcome it as a sign that the universe is smiling upon your efforts and wishes. The money tree Pachira aquatica, with its artfully braided trunk and five-fingered leaves symbolizing the harmony of the five elements, tells another story of prosperity. The balance of these elements, according to Feng Shui masters, creates a perfect environment to attract and preserve wealth. The tightly braided trunk is not only visually appealing, but also symbolizes how money can be connected, interwoven into your life, creating a solid foundation for long-term prosperity. Caring for a money tree is also a lesson in balance, a balance between light and moisture, as well as a balance between work and life, between giving and receiving. It's believed that the lusher and more abundant your money tree's leaves, the more prosperity is attracted. A small act, like gently wiping the leaves with a soft cloth, not only helps the plant photosynthesize better, but also symbolizes you're tending to your wealth, keeping financial energy clean and flowing. The most important thing lies not in the plant itself, but in the interaction, the energy you dedicate to them. Both these plants respond positively to care and loving energy. Try talking to them, expressing your gratitude for their presence in your life. When you are near them, visualize your financial goals having become reality. Feel the joy and abundance. When new shoots appear, celebrate it as a sign of approaching prosperity. Even if a leaf turns yellow or falls, see it as a gentle message, reminding you to pay more attention to some aspect of your financial life. You can even propagate these green friends, creating new opportunities to attract and share prosperity. With a jade plant, a fallen leaf can easily take root in moist soil, creating a new plant. You can gift it to a loved one or expand your own prosperity corner. This act of propagation is itself a powerful symbol of the multiplication of wealth and the principle that when abundance is shared, it flourishes even more. Caring for these plants is like tending to your financial garden. They need consistency and regular attention to thrive and realize their full potential for attracting prosperity. Dusting the leaves, removing dry or withered parts, ensuring they have enough space and nutrients to grow. All these reflect the attention you should dedicate to your financial goals and plans. These living symbols are not mere lucky charms. They are silent teachers, companions, living reminders to focus on your prosperity goals. Their presence creates a positive environment, a high-energy space that encourages conscious financial decisions and attracts opportunities for your wealth to grow. By inviting these green messengers into your life and by caring for them with love and appreciation, you are creating powerful allies on your journey towards a more abundant and meaningful life. That is the law of attraction of resonance, where your inner energy harmonizes with the energy of the universe, manifesting as beautiful results in the material world. Chapter 4. Rosemary and Thyme, Unlocking Clarity, Reaching Golden Opportunities. In the garden of life, some herbs not only adorn our living spaces or enrich the flavor of our food, but also harbor wondrous energies capable of awakening the deepest potentials within each of us. Rosemary and thyme are such companion silent teachers, guiding the mind to clarity and the heart to the courage needed to grasp the opportunities the universe bestows. Emily's story, a promising market analyst, began during a period when everything seemed to be against her. The sharp analyses and accurate forecasts that were once her strengths had suddenly become lackluster. She would sit for hours before charts and figures, her mind muddled amidst complex data and urgent reports. Opportunities for advancement, important projects, seemed to slip through her fingers because Emily no longer possessed the acuity to recognize key signals or the energy to pursue them to completion. "What am I doing wrong?" she wondered in despair, feeling as if she were sinking in a fog of fatigue and confusion. Each passing day was a struggle to maintain focus, and her aspiration to establish her position in the industry seemed increasingly distant. One afternoon, while wandering through a weekend market seeking a bit of relaxation, Emily chanced upon a small herb stall. The pure, potent aroma of a rosemary plant unexpectedly awakened her senses. As if drawn by an invisible force, she bought the plant and took it home, placing it right on her desk where she spent most of her time. Initially, it was merely a green decorative item, but then whenever she felt stuck in an unconscious habit, Emily would run her hand lightly over the needle-like verdant leaves. The distinctive fragrance, both warm and fresh, diffused into the air, and like a miracle, her mind gradually became clearer. The knots in her thoughts slowly unraveled. She began to see hidden trends behind the numbers, recognizing potential investment opportunities she hadn't considered before. Clarity returned, and with it, the ability to make strategic decisions. Emily not only excelled in complex analyses, but also confidently proposed breakthrough ideas, bigger opportunities she had previously only dared to dream of. The small rosemary plant had become a beacon, guiding her career's ship through the storm towards calm and prosperous seas. If rosemary is the key to unlocking the door of clarity, then thyme is the companion that instills the courage and subtlety to recognize the luck often hidden in small things. The story of James, a freelance software developer trying to build his personal brand, is a vivid testament. James had skills and vision, but lacked a bit of decisiveness and astuteness to seize lucrative contracts or pioneering projects. He often missed opportunities to connect with major partners or invitations to join promising startup ventures, simply due to hesitation or failing to recognize their true value. He felt like a skilled hunter who lacked the patience and keenness to spot the big game hiding in plain sight. One day, visiting a relative's farm in the countryside, James noticed small, resilient thyme bushes growing among the vegetable beds. His relative mentioned that in many folk traditions, thyme was considered a symbol of endurance and success in new ventures. This piqued James's curiosity. He began to research and decided to plant a few pots of thyme on the balcony of his city apartment. Every morning he would spend a few minutes breathing in their earthy, rustic, yet vibrant aroma. He was surprised to find that the presence of thyme seemed to imbue him with a stable energy and a quiet courage. He started paying more attention to seemingly minor requests from old clients to casual suggestions on tech forums. Once, upon receiving a proposal for a modestly sized project, instead of declining as usual because he thought it wouldn't be very profitable, James, with a newfound impulse, decided to accept. It was from that small project that he made a name for himself in a niche field and received larger, more prestigious collaboration offers. The opportunity James had long awaited finally arrived, not from a grand event, but from a small decision fueled by the courage and subtlety that time had quietly nurtured. The synergistic power. Rosemary and thyme. Rosemary, Rosmarinus officinalis, has long been celebrated for its ability to stimulate memory and enhance concentration. Ancient Greeks believed that wearing rosemary wreaths helped students remember better during exams. Modern research has also indicated that the aroma of rosemary can significantly improve cognitive performance. On the journey to attracting prosperity, this clarity is invaluable. It helps you see through the mists of complexity, detect financial opportunities that others might overlook, and make wise investment and business decisions. How to grow and use. Rosemary. Rosemary prefers sun and well-drained soil. Place a pot of rosemary on your desk, in your home office, or anywhere you need heightened concentration. Before starting an important task, financial planning, or evaluating an investment opportunity, lightly brush your fingers over the rosemary leaves. This simple act releases its aromatic essential oils, awakening your senses and activating your cognitive abilities, keeping your mind sharp and focused on your prosperity goals. Thyme, Thymus vulgaris, rosemary's perfect companion, brings its own unique prosperity-attracting qualities. This small yet resilient herb is a symbol of courage, perseverance, and financial luck in many traditions. Its tiny leaves serve as a reminder that wealth often comes from paying attention to small details and seizing opportunities that others might dismiss. The earthy, subtle aroma of thyme helps you keep your feet on the ground, stabilizing your thoughts while keeping your mind sharp to recognize potential business ventures. How to grow and use thyme. Similar to rosemary, thyme also needs plenty of sunlight and well-drained soil to thrive. Combining energies. Creating a prosperous environment. Rosemary and thyme are not just individuals. When combined, they create a powerful energy field, resonating and amplifying the ability to attract wealth by unlocking wisdom and courage. Morning ritual. Start your day with a simple ritual. Gently touch the rosemary leaves. Take a deep breath and visualize your mind becoming clear and focused. Then touch the thyme, feel its steadfastness, and affirm your courage to embrace all opportunities. Set a clear financial intention for the day. Carrying lucky energy. A few fresh or dried sprigs of rosemary and thyme placed in your wallet, handbag, or pocket can act as a talisman, carrying the energy of prosperity, attraction, and clarity with you throughout the day. Prosperity tea brew. A pot of tea with a few fresh sprigs of rosemary and thyme. While enjoying the tea, focus on your financial goals, visualizing them as already achieved. This act of drinking tea becomes a meditative ritual where the herb's properties help purify the mind, paving the way for wise financial decisions. Caring for herbs. Caring for your prosperity. Caring for your rosemary and thyme plants is also a wonderful metaphor for managing and nurturing your wealth. Both plants require consistent care and attention to flourish. Watering regularly but not excessively is like managing your cash flow with balance. Pruning regularly to encourage new growth reflects how strategic financial decisions can open up new opportunities to expand prosperity. These herbs not only help you spot opportunities, they also help you remember and learn from both successes and failures on your financial journey. Every interaction with rosemary and thyme can serve as a sacred reminder to stay alert to the possibilities of prosperity while maintaining the mental clarity and courage necessary for sound financial choices. Let their aroma and presence in your living and working spaces be an endless source of inspiration, keeping your mind sharp your heart brave and ready to seize the golden moments life offers. As you care for them, you are also caring for the very flow of prosperity waiting to pour into your life. Chapter 5. Patchouli and Sage. The power to cleanse financial obstacles. On the journey to creating prosperity, we sometimes encounter invisible walls. These could be deeply ingrained limiting beliefs about money or negative energies, silently hindering the flow of wealth into our lives. Just as a garden needs to be weeded for fragrant flowers and sweet fruits, to have space to grow, our financial lives also need to be cleansed of these obstacles. And in the wondrous world of herbs, patchouli and sage emerge as two powerful gatekeepers, ready to help us wash away blockages, clearing the path for abundance to flow. Olivia's story, a small pastry shop owner with skillful hands and a heart full of passion, is a prime example. Her pastries were loved by everyone, yet money seemed to slip through her fingers. She worked tirelessly, but at the end of the month, after deducting all expenses, the remaining amount was negligible. Worries about bills and the future of her bakery constantly plagued her, creating a gloomy cloud that obscured her creative joy. Olivia felt like she was running on a never-ending hamster wheel, trying her best, but getting nowhere. She knew she was capable, but something invisible was holding back her financial growth. One day, while searching for new solutions for her shop, Olivia stumbled upon an article about patchouli's ability to attract prosperity. The warm, earthy, somewhat mysterious aroma of this herb was described as having the power to stabilize energy and create a solid foundation for wealth. Curious, she bought some pure patchouli essential oil. Every morning before opening her shop, Olivia would put a few drops of the oil into her diffuser, letting the fragrance permeate the space. She also made a small scented sachet, mixing dried patchouli leaves with a few green aventurine stones, and placed it in her cash drawer. Gradually, a subtle change began to take place. The atmosphere in the bakery seemed warmer and more inviting. Olivia herself felt calmer and more grounded whenever she thought about financial matters. Worries no longer consumed her mind. Instead, she started having new ideas to promote her products and attract customers. Miraculously, customers began to come in greater numbers, and her revenue increased steadily. Olivia realized that when the energy around her was cleansed and became positive, the invisible barriers related to money also gradually dissolved, paving the way for the abundance she deserved. Meanwhile, Daniel, a freelance writer, faced a different kind of obstacle. He was haunted by past financial failures, unsuccessful projects that left him with considerable debt. Although he continued to write diligently, an invisible weight seemed to press down on him, stifling his creative flow and preventing new contracts from coming his way. His workspace, though tidy, always exuded a sense of stagnation and heaviness. He knew that if he couldn't release these negative energies, he would struggle to revive his career. While researching spiritual healing methods, Daniel learned about the Native American practice of smudging with white sage, an ancient ritual for cleansing spaces and removing negative energies. He decided to try it. Daniel bought a white sage bundle, and on a quiet afternoon he began the cleansing ritual. He lit the end of the sage bundle, allowing the smoke to gently waft into every corner of his study, especially where he usually sat to write or deal with financial matters. As the wispy white smoke spread, Daniel closed his eyes, visualizing all his worries, fears, and memories of financial failure slowly dissolving, with the smoke being carried away and returned to the universe. He repeated this ritual at the beginning of each month as a way to renew his energy and set positive financial intentions. Gradually, Daniel felt a distinct change. His workspace became lighter and more airy. More importantly, his mind was also liberated. New ideas began to blossom, and he found the courage to contact publishers and seek new opportunities. Writing contracts started to come in, and the financial burden from his past gradually eased. White sage had helped Daniel sweep away the old energetic dust, opening a new chapter full of hope and success. Purifying energy from Mother Earth. Patchouli and sage. Patchouli Pogostemon Cabelin, with its rich, earthy, and captivating aroma, has long been known as a magnet for wealth and abundance. This tropical herb, a member of the mint family, is treasured in many Eastern cultures for its ability to invite prosperity and create stability. The deep, musky scent of patchouli helps us connect with the earth's energy, creating a solid foundation for building and maintaining wealth. How to use patchouli. Diffuse essential oil. Add a few drops of patchouli essential oil to a diffuser or oil burner placed near your workspace or in your home. Its aroma will help remove mental barriers related to money, opening your mind to receive new opportunities. Money-attracting sachet. Combine dried patchouli leaves with green gemstones like jade or aventurine in a small pouch. Keep this sachet in your wallet, handbag, or near important financial documents to maintain a steady flow of abundance. Sage Salvia officinalis, especially white sage Salvia apiana, is renowned for its powerful cleansing properties. For thousands of years, Native American tribes have used the ritual of smudging with sage to clear negative energy from living spaces, objects, and even people. When applied to financial matters, sage helps eliminate thought patterns of lack and scarcity that may linger in your environment, or subconscious old energies that might be inadvertently blocking the flow of prosperity. How to practice cleansing with sage. Light one end of a dried sage bundle smudge stick and let it burn for a few seconds. Then gently blow out the flame, allowing the smoke to begin to smolder. Carry the smoking sage bundle throughout the space you wish to cleanse, paying particular attention to areas where you handle money, your desk, or where you make financial decisions. Use a dish or shell to catch any falling ashes. As the smoke spreads, visualize and feel all financial obstacles, negative beliefs about money, and stagnant energies being carried away and dissolved by the smoke. This ritual is particularly effective when performed on the new moon, to start a new cycle, or at the beginning of each month to set fresh financial intentions. Synergistic power. When patchouli and sage work together. When you combine the energies of patchouli and sage, you create a powerful impetus for financial transformation, both attracting good things and eliminating obstacles. Prosperity spray mix. A few drops of patchouli essential oil into water that has been infused with sage leaves, or distilled water with a few drops of sage essential oil if fresh dried leaves aren't available. Shake well and put it in a spray bottle. Use this solution to lightly spray your wallet, accounting books, credit cards, or workspace to cleanse and energize them with prosperity. Combined burning. You can also burn a little dried patchouli along with a sage bundle. Place them on a heat-proof dish before important business meetings, when starting a new project, or when setting financial goals. Regularly cleansing your energy with these herbs helps you maintain a positive mindset about money. Try placing small bowls of dried patchouli leaves in the wealth corner of your home, according to Feng Shui, usually the far left corner from the main entrance, and refresh them monthly. Grow a pot of sage near your desk or in your home office to continually purify any negative energy that might affect your financial decisions. When working with these sacred herbs, it's crucial to approach them with reverence and a clear intention. Before each cleansing ritual, take a moment to quiet your mind, focus on your breath, and clearly state the financial goals you wish to achieve. This conscious practice will amplify the herb's natural power and help align your energy with your wealth creation intentions. The combination of patchouli and sage not only purifies your physical space, but also helps transform your relationship with money from deep within. As you work regularly with these herbal allies, you might be surprised to find old financial fears gradually fading, replaced by confidence and the appearance of new opportunities. Their cleansing power creates space for abundance to flow freely into your life, removing the invisible barriers that may have been holding you back from achieving your true financial potential. Remember to refresh your herbal supplies regularly. Dried herbs should be replaced every few months, and living plants need attentive care to maintain their pure and potent energy. By making these cleansing practices an integral part of your wealth-building journey, you are actively creating a nurturing environment where prosperity not only arrives but also stays and flourishes. Chapter 6. Green Bamboo and Lucky Bamboo. Strength and Flexibility. Forging Sustainable Wealth. In the vast garden of Eastern cultures, bamboo has long held a special place, revered not only for its refined beauty, but also for its extraordinary qualities: resilient strength, flexible adaptability, and vigorous vitality, symbolizing enduring prosperity. Both true green bamboo and its companion lucky bamboo, Dracæna sanderiana, carry potent energies capable of evoking and nurturing a steady flow of wealth in our lives. Though belonging to different botanical families, they share profound symbolic meaning and are considered messengers of good fortune, attracting abundance. Robert Story, an ambitious young architect, began with grand aspirations but also numerous setbacks. He often got drawn into glamorous projects promising quick profits, only to be disappointed when they collapsed or failed to deliver expected results. His impatience and neglect of foundational steps often left him feeling precarious in his career and finances. He yearned for stability, a solid foundation from which he could rise strongly. During a business trip to a peaceful countryside, Robert chanced upon a Zen garden bordered by green bamboo rustling in the wind. The image of the tall, resilient bamboo culms, yet swaying gracefully with each strong gust, left a deep impression on him. The garden owner shared a simple lesson with Robert. Bamboo doesn't rush to grow tall. In its early years, it quietly develops an intricate root system, anchoring itself deep in the earth. Only when the roots are strong enough does it stretch towards the sun, and then its growth rate is astounding. Those words were like an awakening for Robert. He realized that sustainable prosperity also required such a root system: sound financial knowledge, smart spending and investment habits, and daily perseverance. Upon returning, Robert decided to plant a small bamboo clump in his backyard. Caring for the bamboo daily, observing its quiet yet powerful growth, he learned patience. He began investing in his education, building a long-term financial plan, and focusing on creating real value in his work. Gradually, his efforts began to bear fruit. Robert's career no longer experienced sudden spikes followed by crashes, but instead showed steady, solid growth, much like the bamboo in his garden, growing stronger and taller each day. Meanwhile, Linda, a personal financial advisor, faced a different challenge. She had the knowledge and skills, but was sometimes too rigid in her strategies, causing her to miss unexpected opportunities or feel stressed during market fluctuations. She desired more flexibility in her thinking and a more positive energy flow in her work and financial life. A close friend gifted Linda a lucky bamboo plant with 5 artfully arranged stalks as a wish for luck and prosperity. Although Linda knew lucky bamboo wasn't true bamboo, she was still drawn to its elegant beauty and auspicious meaning. She placed the plant in the southeast corner of her office, believed to attract wealth energy according to Feng Shui principles. Each week, when changing the water for the plant, Linda would spend a few minutes admiring the green, supple stalks. She learned from them the lesson of adaptability. The number of stalks also offered her interesting reflections. 5 stalks, symbolizing the balance of wealth in all areas of life. This reminded Linda that prosperity wasn't just about money, but also health, relationships, and inner peace. She began applying this flexibility to her advisory work, seeking more creative solutions for her clients and being more open to new opportunities. She also encouraged her clients as well as herself to build a strong financial community. trusted, mutually supportive relationships like lucky bamboo stalks standing together, growing together. Gradually, Linda felt a positive change. Her work became smoother, good opportunities came her way naturally, and most importantly, she found peace and joy in her financial journey. Lessons from bamboo and lucky bamboo. Green bamboo, solid foundation and remarkable growth. Green bamboo is renowned for its extraordinary growth rate and incredible strength. It teaches us an invaluable lesson about wealth building, just as bamboo can grow several feet in a single day. After establishing deep, extensive roots, wealth can multiply rapidly once you have a solid foundation. The key is patience during the initial investment phase. Bamboo spends its first few years developing a vast, unseen root system underground before soaring upwards. This reflects the importance of building good financial habits, accumulating solid knowledge and experience before expecting outstanding financial results. Lucky bamboo. Dracaena sanderiana, luck, flexibility, and positive energy. Despite its name, lucky bamboo is actually a type of Dracaena. It has become immensely popular in Feng Shui practices for its ability to attract positive energy and financial luck. The number of stalks in a lucky bamboo arrangement carries different symbolic meanings. 2 stalks symbolize love and double luck. 3 stalks bring happiness, longevity, and wealth. Fu Lu Shou, 5 stalks represent the balance of wealth in all aspects: health, career, relationships, spirit, finances. 6 stalks attract prosperity and monetary luck. Laos, wealth. 8 stalks symbolize growth, development, and abundance. Fat, to prosper. 9 stalks bring everlasting luck, great fortune, and benefit. Note: avoid using 4 stalks, as in some cultures the number 4 is a homonym for death and carries an unlucky connotation. Placement and care to attract prosperity. Location. When placing green bamboo or lucky bamboo in your living or working space, the east symbolizing health and family, and southeast symbolizing wealth and prosperity areas are considered most beneficial. They should be placed where they receive bright, indirect light and are grown in clean water for hydrocultured lucky bamboo or well-draining soil. Caring for green bamboo. If planted outdoors, be mindful of its rapidly spreading roots. Planting in large containers or using root barriers is necessary. Water regularly, but avoid waterlogged soil. Caring for lucky bamboo. Easier to care for indoors. If grown in water, change the water weekly. If potted in soil, ensure the potting mix has good drainage. Keep the stalks and leaves clean for optimal photosynthesis. Profound messages from bamboo. The straight, hollow culm of bamboo symbolizes an open channel ready to receive the flow of wealth into your life. The nodes on the culm represent progress, step-by-step stable growth, teaching us that wealth accumulation often happens in stages through small achievements rather than giant leaps. Bamboo's year-round evergreen nature reminds us that true prosperity is sustainable and long-lasting, not fleeting momentary successes. Practicing positive affirmations. Ancient traditions suggest that speaking positive affirmations to your bamboo, especially while watering or caring for it, helps program its energy towards your specific financial goals. You might whisper to them, "With every new shoot, my wealth grows stronger and increases." Or, "Like bamboo, my prosperity is strong, flexible, and ever-growing." Lucky red ribbon. Another powerful practice is tying a red ribbon around the stalks or pot, especially on important financial occasions or when setting new monetary goals. Red is considered the color of luck and energy in many East Asian cultures and can amplify bamboo's wealth-attracting properties. Community strength. Bamboo often thrives in communities growing in clumps, supporting and reinforcing each other. This reflects the importance of building strong networks, financial partnerships, and supportive companions on your wealth creation journey. Consider placing multiple bamboo plants together or creating a small bamboo grove if space allows. Flexibility in adversity. Bamboo's incredible resilience in harsh weather conditions teaches us about maintaining wealth through economic ups and downs. Just as bamboo bends in strong winds but doesn't break, a well-planned financial strategy must be flexible enough to withstand market volatility while maintaining its core strength and stability. Both green bamboo and lucky bamboo serve as living reminders of the qualities necessary for a long-lasting, prosperous life: inner strength, adaptability, stable growth, and the capacity to thrive in connection and support. By introducing these botanical friends into your living and working spaces, and by understanding the profound symbolic lessons they offer you, are creating a nurturing environment that supports the creation of a sustainable and meaningful flow of wealth. Chapter 7. Cloves and allspice, magnetic herbs to attract financial fortune. In the vast universe of herbs, some possess a special energy, acting like invisible magnets that draw good things towards us, especially prosperity and opportunities. Cloves and allspice are two such powerful magnetic herbs. With their warm aromas and mystical properties cherished for centuries, they stand ready to assist you on your journey to creating a life of abundance and contentment. Grace's story, an artisan who crafts handmade pottery, began with concerns about how to get her heartfelt creations to more people. She had talent, her products were unique and high quality, but orders were inconsistent. Many potential customers expressed interest, but then hesitated or disappeared without a word. Grace felt as if opportunities dangled before her eyes, only to slip away, often leaving her disheartened. She longed for some attractive force to help retain customers and turn interest into actual sales. One day, visiting an antique shop, Grace chanced upon a small wooden box filled with dried clove buds. Their warm, slightly sweet, spicy, distinctive aroma immediately captivated her. The shop owner, an elderly woman with kind eyes, shared that since ancient times, cloves were considered a lucky charm, their small nail-like shape symbolizing pinning down prosperity and wealth. Grace felt a strange connection. She bought some cloves, made small, lovely scented sachets, placed them in her cash drawer, hung one in her workshop, and carried another in her handbag. Whenever she touched the sachet and inhaled its potent fragrance, Grace felt more confident and grounded. Interestingly, not long after negotiations with customers became smoother, orders that seemed to have slipped away surprisingly returned. Grace sensed a new pull in her business, as if the tiny clove buds were silently helping her hold tight to precious opportunities. Meanwhile, Arthur, an investment consultant, always felt he lacked a bit of luck with unexpected profits. He worked diligently, analyzed the market carefully, but significant financial windfalls seemed to elude him. He wished for a breakthrough, a little luck, so his efforts would be more fittingly rewarded, not just with steady results, but also with unexpected joys. While researching spices to enrich his family meals, Arthur read about allspice. He was surprised to learn that its name wasn't because it was a mixture, but because its flavor profile recalled a combination of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. It was believed that this completeness gave allspice a special magnetic energy capable of attracting financial benefits from many unexpected sources. The round, full shape of allspice berries also symbolized fulfillment and abundance. Arthur decided to experiment. He ground some allspice and cloves into a fine powder and sprinkled a little at the entrance of his office each morning. He also made a magnetic money bowl. According to instructions, he found 7 clove buds, 7 allspice berries, and a shiny coin placed in a small green bowl on his desk. Gradually, Arthur began to notice positive changes. Small investment opportunities with high profit potential started to appear. A few old clients unexpectedly introduced him to major deals. Arthur sensed a new flow of luck, as if the magnetic energy of cloves and allspice was helping him attract good things from directions he had never considered. Tapping into the magnetic power of cloves and allspice cloves. Syzygium aromaticum. The dried flower buds of the clove tree have long been used in spiritual and wealth attraction practices. Their unique shape resembling small nails symbolically signifies holding fast or pinning prosperity, preventing it from slipping away. The strong, warm, somewhat pungent aroma of cloves is believed to emit energetic signals capable of attracting money and opportunities. How to use. You can create small sachets filled with whole cloves and carry them in your wallet handbag or place them in your cash drawer. Some people also place a few cloves in the corners of their shop or home to attract wealth from all directions. Allspice pimenta dioica. Despite its name, allspice is not a mixture but the dried, unripe berry of the pimenta dioica tree. This potent herb is said to combine the magnetic properties of various other spices like cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg, making it particularly effective in attracting unexpected financial gains and general good fortune. The round shape of the allspice berry symbolizes completeness, sufficiency, and integrity in matters of prosperity. When ground, allspice releases its magnetic energy more quickly, ideal for endeavors requiring immediate results. Combining energies. Powerful practices to fully harness the magnetic properties of these two herbs. You can apply the following practices. Magnetic prosperity powder. Mix equal amounts of finely ground clove powder and allspice powder. Sprinkle a small amount of this mixture near your front door or the entrance to your workplace. This act is believed to magnetize prosperity energy, drawing it into your space whenever someone enters or exits. Some people even add a little of this powder to their water mopping from the back of the house to the front door with the intention of drawing money and luck into the home or business. Magnetic money bowl. This is a powerful and popular practice. Prepare a small, shallow bowl, ideally green symbolizing growth or yellow symbolizing gold and wealth. Place 7 whole clove buds and 7 allspice berries in the bowl. Add a shiny coin from your country's currently circulating currency. Place this bowl on your desk in your cash drawer or in the wealth corner of your home, typically the far left corner from the main entrance. The herbs will work together to attract financial opportunities, while the coin acts as a symbolic magnet, inviting more money. Magnetic prosperity tea. Prosperity. Add 3 whole clove buds and 2 allspice berries can be lightly crushed to release aroma to your usual teapot or teacup. Black or green tea works well. Enjoy it on mornings when you need an extra pull for important business meetings, financial negotiations, or when making significant money decisions. The warm, spicy aroma will help activate the herb's magnetic properties while bringing clarity and confidence. Maintaining and amplifying energy. These magnetic herbs work most effectively when their energy is fresh and resonated with your clear intention. Refresh energy. Replace the herbs in your sachets or money bowl monthly, ideally on the new moon, to initiate a new energy cycle. Renew and expand. With the old herbs you've replaced, instead of discarding them, you can bury them at the 4 corners of your home or business property. This act is believed to seal and expand their money-drawing influence throughout your entire space. Power of intention. The magnetic properties of cloves and allspice become much stronger when combined with your clear intentions and positive visualizations. When working with these herbs, take time to imagine them acting as powerful magnets, pulling prosperity, opportunities, and luck towards you. Believe that their energy works continuously, attracting good things from directions you might never expect. Herb quality. When growing or buying these herbs, prioritize organic, pure sources whenever possible. The purer the herb, the stronger its magnetic properties. Store cloves and allspice in airtight containers in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight to maintain their potency and aroma. The stronger their natural scent, the more effective they are in attracting prosperity. Incense for a magnetic atmosphere. Both these herbs can also be burned on activated charcoal or in an incense burner to create a magnetic atmosphere in your space. This practice is particularly effective before important business meetings, when signing contracts, or when you want to attract customers. The fragrant smoke will carry their magnetic properties, diffusing them into the air and creating an inviting environment for success and abundance. Remember, these herbs are supportive tools. The real power lies in your belief, intention, and actions. When you combine the energy of cloves and allspice with a positive mindset and continuous effort, you will open the door to receive countless financial blessings in your life. Chapter 8. Aloe Vera and Snake Plant. The green shield protecting finances, securing profits. In the unceasing journey to build and maintain prosperity, protecting what we have created is just as important as seeking new opportunities. Like a warrior needing a sturdy shield to guard against unexpected arrows, our financial lives also require natural protectors to prevent unnecessary losses and maintain stability. Aloe vera and snake plant, with their robust appearance and resilient vitality, have long been known as powerful guardians capable of creating a protective energy field against negativity and financial risks. Eleanor's story. A retired investment fund manager began with constant anxiety about how to preserve the savings she had accumulated over a lifetime. After many years of stressful work, she desired a peaceful life, but the unpredictable market fluctuations and stories of friends' failed investments made her uneasy. She feared that unwise decisions or unforeseen risks could erode the assets she had worked so hard to build. One day, Eleanor's daughter brought her a lush aloe vera plant as a gift. Her daughter explained that the ancient Egyptians called aloe vera the plant of immortality, and believed it not only healed physical wounds, but also possessed protective qualities. Aloe's thick, succulent leaves with thorny edges were said to pierce through negative energies, while the precious gel within symbolized preservation and safeguarding. Eleanor placed the aloe vera pot on the small table where she usually reviewed her financial papers and bank statements. Gradually, the presence of the cool green plant brought her an unfamiliar sense of peace. She felt clearer when making money-related decisions. Interestingly, after some time from the mother, aloe vera plant's small offshoots, pups, began to emerge, symbolizing growth and proliferation. Eleanor smiled, feeling that her assets were not only protected, but also quietly and safely growing, much like the new life springing from the resilient aloe vera. Meanwhile, David, the owner of a small electronics store, frequently faced issues like inexplicably lost goods, unnecessary misunderstandings with suppliers leading to losses, or a general unease about unfair competition. He felt as if invisible holes were draining away the profits he should have been making. He needed a strong guard to protect his small business. While looking for decorative plants for his store, David was drawn to pots of snake plants, also known as sansevieria, or mother-in-law's tongue, with their straight, sturdy, sword-like leaves. The salesperson mentioned that snake plants not only help purify the air, but are also believed to cut off financial difficulties and protect their owners from misfortune and monetary deceit. David decided to place a few snake plants near the store's entrance and a small one on the checkout counter. He was surprised to find that the store's atmosphere seemed cleaner energetically. Minor incidents decreased significantly. Negotiations with partners also became clearer and more transparent. David felt a sense of stability, an invisible shield protecting his business, allowing him to focus more on development with greater peace of mind. Protective power from nature. Aloe vera, the healer and preserver of assets. This succulent, dubbed the plant of immortality by ancient Egyptians, is not only famous for its wound-healing abilities, but also for creating an invisible energy barrier protecting your wealth and investments. Its thick, pointed, and sturdy leaves are believed to pierce and neutralize negative financial energy, while its clear, cool, gel-filled interior symbolizes the preservation, safeguarding, and nurturing of your assets, preventing them from being needlessly lost. How to use and grow. Place an aloe vera plant near your home office, on your desk, or where you keep important financial documents. It will act as a silent guardian, helping you steer clear of poor financial decisions and unexpected losses. Aloe vera thrives in bright, indirect sunlight and only needs moderate watering when the soil is completely dry. It prefers well-draining soil and can adapt to various conditions, much like a wise wealth manager knows how to adapt to economic fluctuations. When your aloe vera plant produces offshoots, often called pups, it's a good omen, symbolizing your money and assets multiplying and growing naturally and safely. Snake plant Sansevieria, the resilient warrior guarding prosperity. Also known by names like mother-in-law's tongue, the snake plant stands tall and strong like a loyal sentinel, guarding your prosperity day and night. Its sword-shaped leaves, reaching straight Hanulwards, are said to cut off financial difficulties, resolve troubles, and protect you against monetary deception and fraud. The plant's upright growth pattern symbolizes upwardly mobile wealth, while its hardy, adaptable nature is a token of financial resilience and sustainability. Characteristics and how to use snake plants are extremely easy to grow and can thrive even in low-light conditions, making them perfect for indoor spaces or offices. They not only effectively purify the air, but are also believed to absorb negative financial energy from the surrounding environment. Place a snake plant near the entrance of your home or business to act as a gatekeeper, blocking harmful energies that could deplete your resources. Its ability to survive and thrive with minimal care reflects how well-protected wealth can self-sustain and grow with proper initial planning and a solid foundation. Combining strengths, creating a dual protective shield. These protective plants work best when used together, creating an even stronger dual layer of financial protection. Place them in the wealth corner of your home or office, according to Feng Shui principles. This is often the far left corner from the main door or room entrance. Aloe vera, with its healing and preserving energy, can act as your first line of defense, helping to safeguard what you currently possess. Meanwhile, the snake plant, with its strength and steadfastness, will reinforce that protection from a different angle, preventing negative external elements from intruding. Caring for plants. Caring for your financial security. Both these plants thrive with the right amount of care, not too much and not too little. This also reflects a healthy approach to wealth management, always vigilant and aware, but avoiding excessive worry or obsession over every minor financial fluctuation. Regularly maintaining these plants, such as removing dried or withered leaves, also symbolically represents proactively letting go of underperforming investments or negative financial habits to make way for new growth. The protective energy of these plants will strengthen over time. As your aloe vera and snake plant mature and become healthier, their ability to shield and protect wealth also grows stronger. This perfectly aligns with the principle that long-term financial security comes from consistent protection-wise resource management and steadfast perseverance. When working with these guardian friends, always be mindful and acknowledge their presence and noble purpose. Occasionally gently touch their leaves while contemplating your intention of financial protection. Some people even name their plants, creating a stronger personal connection to their protective purpose. When watering them, do so consciously, visualizing that you are nurturing your financial safety and stability with every drop, every act of care. These plants don't just protect you from losses, they also help you preserve and grow existing wealth. The natural healing properties of aloe vera remind us that even when faced with financial setbacks, we have the ability to recover and rise again. The unwavering resilience of the snake plant shows us how to maintain our financial strength, even in the most challenging times. Together, aloe vera and snake plant form a powerful alliance supporting you on your journey towards long-term prosperity, while keeping the financial achievements you've worked hard for safe and secure. Chapter 9. Chamomile and Lavender. The calming influence for attracting stable, stress-free income. In the pursuit of prosperity, we often focus on strategies and plans, sometimes inadvertently overlooking a crucial element: inner peace. The connection between a tranquil mind and the ability to attract wealth is one of the most powerful forces shaping a steady and sustainable financial flow. Amidst Mother Nature's herb garden, chamomile and lavender emerge as a perfect pair, messengers of serenity, together weaving an ideal mental space to invite and maintain a stable income that arrives gently and naturally. Clara's story, an independent consultant, began in a whirlwind of persistent financial worries. Her income was irregular, dependent on short-term projects, often leaving her stressed and sleepless. This anxiety, in turn, adversely affected her ability to work efficiently and make sound decisions, creating a vicious cycle. She longed for stability, a sense of assurance that money would come in regularly enough for her to cover living expenses and pursue her passions without constant trepidation. One afternoon, while wandering through a farmer's market, Clara was drawn to the small, delicate white chamomile flowers with their bright yellow centers, exuding a faint fragrance reminiscent of ripe apples. The vendor shared that chamomile tea had long been used to soothe the mind and promote restful sleep. Clara bought some dried flowers to try and a small potted plant for her office windowsill. Every morning she brewed a cup of chamomile tea, inhaling its gentle aroma and gazing at the delicate blossoms. Gradually she felt a change. Her stress eased and her sleep deepened. With a calmer mind, Clara began to view her work and financial opportunities more clearly. She became more confident in negotiations and made wiser, albeit small, investment decisions. Miraculously, projects started coming to her more regularly, and her income stream became more stable, much like the peaceful presence the chamomile blossoms brought. Meanwhile, Samuel, a graphic designer working from home, often felt mentally overwhelmed by work pressures and financial anxieties. His mind was like a tangled mess, making it difficult for him to concentrate creatively, and sometimes he missed good opportunities simply because he felt too exhausted to grasp them. He wished for a clear mental space where ideas could flow freely and prosperity could find its way naturally. Samuel's wife, an herb enthusiast, brought home a few pots of lavender with their vibrant purple flower spikes and placed them near the balcony entrance where Samuel often worked. The sweet, pure fragrance of lavender permeated the space. Initially, Samuel paid little attention, but then he realized that whenever he inhaled the aroma, his mind felt cleansed and his worries gradually dissipated. He felt more focused and his design ideas became more unique and flowed more readily. His workspace, adorned with the touch of lavender purple and its soothing scent, had become a magnet, attracting interesting projects with a stable income. Samuel understood that when the mind is freed from unnecessary burdens, the door to receiving abundance opens wider. The power of peace. Chamomile and lavender. Chamomile, Matricaria chamomilla, or Chamaemelum nobile, with its lovely blossoms exuding a sweet apple-like fragrance. Chamomile has been treasured for centuries for its ability to promote relaxation, induce restful sleep, and soothe the soul. When grown in the garden or kept as a potted plant, chamomile serves as a gentle reminder to maintain calmness and clarity in financial matters. The plant thrives in loose, well-draining soil and requires moderate sunlight. Regular watering while avoiding root rot is key to its healthy growth. Its pristine white flowers with vibrant yellow centers not only beautify a space, but are also ready for harvest, offering both aesthetic and practical benefits. Lavender, Lavandula angustifolia, with its characteristic purple flower spikes and rich, captivating aroma, lavender harmonizes beautifully with chamomile to create a naturally tranquil atmosphere, an ideal space for attracting prosperity. This hardy plant prefers full sun and can adapt to various soil conditions. The sweet, pure scent of lavender helps clear the mind of financial worries and anxieties, creating space for prosperous thinking and creative ideas to flourish. When planted near entrances, windows, or frequently used pathways, lavender's calming energy will greet you daily, helping you maintain a peaceful, positive relationship with money matters. Combining energies to attract stable income flow. These two soothing herbs, when combined, create a synergistic power, helping you cultivate a favorable environment to attract stable and sustainable income streams. Carrying peace. Keep a small amount of dried chamomile flowers in your wallet, handbag, or desk drawer. Their presence will carry a calming energy, helping you maintain composure and clarity during financial transactions or important decisions. Relaxing workspace. Place a few fresh or dried lavender sprigs near your workspace. Lavender's aroma will help you maintain focus, reduce stress during income-generating activities, and spark creativity. Natural flow of wealth. The combination of these two herbs creates an energetic environment where wealth can flow naturally, unhindered by the resistance that often comes from worry, fear, or financial pressure. Daily rituals for a peaceful financial life. Creating daily rituals with chamomile and lavender will help you establish a solid foundation for financial success, stemming from a state of peace. Starting the day, begin your morning by brewing a warm cup of chamomile tea while burning a few dried lavender buds or diffusing lavender essential oil. This simple practice creates a peaceful, relaxing atmosphere for the new day, helping to open your mind to new ideas and the flow of abundance. This ritual becomes particularly potent when combined with a few minutes of gentle meditation or visualizing your desired financial goals. Restful sleep. Wise decisions. Both herbs support a more deeper, more restful sleep, which is crucial for making sound financial decisions the next day. Placing small sachets filled with dried chamomile and lavender under your pillow or near your bedside can promote good sleep, helping you approach money matters with renewed energy and clarity. Naturally improved sleep quality leads to better decision-making abilities and heightened awareness of financial opportunities. Nurturing prosperity from the garden to living space. Peaceful garden nook. In your garden, chamomile and lavender can together create a serene corner, an ideal spot for meditation, relaxation, and connecting with the energy of abundance. Aesthetically and energetically, these two plants complement each other perfectly, with chamomile's low, spreading habit contrasting beautifully with lavender's tall, elegant form. This space becomes a powerful tool for connecting with universal abundance energy and maintaining a calm, confident approach to financial growth. Bringing nature indoors. For indoor spaces, both chamomile and lavender can be grown in pots, bringing their wealth-attracting and peace-inducing properties into your home or office. Place them near windows where their fragrance can diffuse throughout the room, creating an atmosphere conducive to attracting and maintaining a stable income. The regular pruning and care of these plants also become a beautiful metaphor for tending to your financial health, reminding you that consistent attention and cultivation lead to sustainable growth. Power of essential oils. Essential oils extracted from chamomile and lavender offer their prosperity-attracting and calming properties in a concentrated form. Adding a few drops of lavender and chamomile essential oils to a diffuser in your home office or workspace will create an environment that supports clear thinking and reduces stress around money matters. This practice helps maintain a stable, calm energy field, essential for long-term financial success. Through their calming and soothing influence, chamomile and lavender teach us a valuable lesson. True wealth comes not from desperate clinging or anxious pursuit, but from maintaining a peaceful, balanced, and trusting approach to financial matters. Their presence in your life serves as a constant reminder that a stress-free, prosperous life is not only possible, but is a natural flow when we attune ourselves to the gentle, steady rhythms of nature and our own inner being. Chapter 10. Pine and Cedar, Evergreen, Symbols of Enduring Prosperity. Among the myriad of trees, pine and cedar stand tall like beacons of strength and resilience, revered in countless cultures as undying symbols of wealth and abundance. These majestic evergreens do more than just adorn the landscape. They carry profound lessons on how to create and maintain a steady flow of prosperity through all seasons of life. Their year-round green needles are a sacred reminder that true wealth can be steadfastly maintained even as everything around us constantly changes. William Story, a middle-aged business owner, began with reflections on a secure financial future, not just for himself, but for generations to come. After many years of building his career, he had achieved certain successes, but worries about economic volatility and unforeseeable risks still troubled him. He yearned to build a foundation of wealth that was not only sufficient for the present, but could also endure, standing firm against the tests of time like ancient thousand-year-old trees. During a vacation in a high mountainous region, William had the opportunity to walk among vast pine forests. He was silenced by the majestic beauty of the pine trees soaring straight into the sky, their green needles rustling in the wind, defiant of frost or harsh sun. He learned that to reach such heights, the pine had to root itself deeply in the earth, steadfastly clinging through many changing seasons. That image instilled a powerful inspiration in William. He began to research the symbolic meaning of the pine tree and decided to bring a few dried pine cones back to place on his desk. Whenever he looked at them, he remembered the lessons of strength, resilience, and long-term vision. He started adjusting his business strategy, focusing more on building core values and solid foundations rather than chasing short-term benefits. Gradually, William's business not only weathered difficult market periods, but also grew more stably and strongly, promising a future of lasting prosperity like the enduring vitality of the great pine trees. Meanwhile, Catherine, an art collector, harbored a different concern. She had spent her life collecting valuable artworks, and now her greatest worry was how to preserve this cultural wealth, protecting it from the degradation of time and the risks of loss, so it could be passed on to future generations. She wished to find a protective energy, an assurance of the longevity of what she held dear. While reorganizing family heirlooms, Catherine found an old cedarwood chest left by her grandfather. When she opened it, a characteristic warm, sweet, woody fragrance wafted out, carrying memories of time. She recalled stories that cedarwood had long been used to preserve precious items due to its natural moth-repelling properties and lasting aroma. This gave Catherine an idea. She began using small pieces of cedarwood or cedar shavings in her display cabinets and storage areas for her collection. She also placed a small dried cedar branch on the threshold of her study as a symbol inviting prosperity and protection. Catherine felt an unusual sense of peace. The space around her seemed enveloped in an invisible protective energy. She believed that just as cedarwood preserved items for centuries, the assets she cherished would also be preserved intact, enduring through the ages. Golden qualities for sustainable wealth. Both pine and cedar share wonderful qualities, inspiring the creation of lasting and meaningful wealth. Pine symbolizes inner strength, the will to rise, and longevity in wealth creation. The straight, towering growth of pine teaches us to set lofty, ambitious financial goals, while always keeping our roots grounded in ethical principles and solid understanding. The pine tree's extraordinary ability to thrive, even in barren soil and harsh climates, is a profound lesson in resilience recovery and maintaining financial strength, even in challenging economic times. How to use pine needles can be collected, especially the fresh new shoots of spring, like in this current May weather, and placed in small sachets, hung or placed in various corners of your workspace or home. The fresh, clean scent of pine helps cleanse negative energy, refresh the space, and invite new financial opportunities. Cedar holds a special place and significance in many traditional spiritual and wealth attraction practices. Ancient civilizations like Egypt and Greece highly valued cedarwood for its superior protective properties, natural insect resistance, and a sweet, captivating fragrance that can last for decades, even centuries. How to use: hanging a small cedar branch above the main threshold of your home or shop is believed to invite prosperity and luck while preventing negative energies from entering. The natural essential oils in cedarwood help preserve wealth energy, attract riches, and protect you from unnecessary financial losses. Many people also keep small cedarwood shavings or intricately carved cedar blocks in their money boxes, safes, and wallets to enhance their connection with the energy of abundance and sustainability. Shared qualities: forging lasting wealth, undying evergreen nature. This is their most prominent characteristic, teaching us about consistent growth, steady progress, and the ability to maintain vitality even in adversity. Unlike deciduous trees that shed their leaves seasonally, pine and cedar maintain their lush, vibrant green appearance year-round. This shows us how to keep the flow of wealth circulating and growing in all circumstances, regardless of external fluctuations. Potent aromatic essential oils. Both pine and cedar contain high levels of natural essential oils with distinctive fragrances. These oils not only provide a pleasant sensation, but also act as natural purifiers, cleansing spaces of negative, stagnant energies that can hinder financial success and the flow of opportunities. Working with the energy of pine and cedar. Connecting and working with the energy of pine and cedar is simple yet surprisingly effective. Lucky pine cones. Small, dry pine cones can be placed on windowsills, desks, or in a decorative bowl to attract prosperity and bring natural beauty to your space. Nurturing cedarwood shavings. Sprinkle a few cedarwood shavings onto the soil of your garden beds or indoor potted plants. This not only helps retain moisture, but is also believed to enhance the wealth-attracting properties of other plants. Incense for focused intention. Burning pine or cedar incense powder or essential oils while you are meditating, praying, or focusing on specific financial goals will help amplify your intention and attract abundance. Personal talismans. Even keeping a small, smooth piece of cedarwood in your pocket handbag or wallet can serve as a constant reminder of your wealth-building intentions and connect you to this tree's protective, enduring energy. These evergreen friends also teach us important lessons about sustainable wealth practices. Their slow, steady growth reflects the patience and persistence necessary for long-term financial success. Pine trees can live for hundreds, even thousands of years, showing us how to create wealth that can last for generations. Cedarwood's resistance to decay and its durability over time symbolize the importance of protecting, preserving, and growing the assets we have worked hard to build. Seasonal practices. Year-round connection. You can connect with the energy of pine and cedar year-round with practices suited to each season. Spring, like now, collect fresh pine shoots and new needles for prosperity sachets, or simply place them indoors to bring the fresh scent and energy of spring into your living space. Summer. This is the perfect time for outdoor meditation walks or camping near pine and cedar forests to fully absorb their steadfast, tranquil energy. Autumn. Collect fallen, ripe pine cones for home decoration crafts or for use in Thanksgiving rituals and prayers for abundance. Winter. The evergreen strength of pine and cedar becomes even more prominent as they retain their resilient green color amidst the cold weather, while other plants are dormant. They remind us of the ability to maintain vitality and prosperity even during challenging periods. Combining for enhanced power. You can enhance wealth attraction by combining the energy of pine and cedar with other prosperity herbs. Place a few pine needles with mint leaves symbolizing money in your wallet to amplify financial attraction. Mix cedar wood shavings with a few cinnamon sticks, symbolizing success and luck in business in a bowl, and place it in prominent locations in your home or office to promote career success. If space allows, plant a small pine or cedar tree, bonsai, or sapling near the entrance of your home to create an everlasting prosperity gateway, inviting good energy into your dwelling. Pine and cedar work most effectively when you truly connect with their pure, natural energy. Regularly walk in parks or forests where these trees grow. Touch their rough, strong bark, inhale the characteristic scent of resin and needles. This simple practice helps you attune to their ancient wisdom, tranquility, and enduring strength, while opening new energy channels for abundance to flow into your life. These evergreen allies are always ready to support your wealth-building journey through all the seasons of life. Both pine and cedar remind us that true prosperity comes from maintaining balance, steady growth, and a long-term vision. Their presence in our lives offers continuous support for our financial goals, teaching us that wealth, like their evergreen needles, can maintain sustainability and resilient beauty despite ever-changing external conditions. By working with these powerful trees, we are tapping into centuries of wisdom about prosperity, a wisdom